Jobber, 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 jobber. Jobber!
Straight out the dungeons of rap.
Hello, everybody. I'm Plumpy from the WhatCultures. I'm joined as ever by Jack, my fourth favourite person at WhatCulture.
Well, who are the others?
I don't really want to say because I know what you're like.
I'll guess.
Go on then.
I'll guess. Ben.
I like Ben. Big fan of Ben.
Cleary.
Big fan of
You
Cleary.
fancy him? Fancy him.
I've kissed Cleary
I
twice.
reckon New Adam's already leapfrogged me.
I respect New Adam.
I'm fourth. Am I or fifth?
Oh, actually, there are quite a few people at the top, aren't
Yeah. Peter Austin.
Like Tiny Peter. I mean, he's more of
Tiny
like
Peter.
He's very
when you
small.
say tiny, he's not very small. He's about 5'7". He's not like.
That's
He's
how
not,
big
he's not like a literal. No, he's not.
We put him on the edge of the table for our news videos.
I reckon you prefer Pachiti.
Yeah.
I reckon you. Not Ross.
No.
Not Ross. No.
No, never.
No, never. No, never.
What? Never. No, never.
Oh, I was doing "Come On Eileen" in the second verse. And oh, no, never.
Oh, I was doing the HMS Pinafore. Well, from the Simpsons episode.
Yes. Very good.
Miagra.
When he hits all the brakes,
Oh.
the iconic scene. No, it means the Bart. I've got some WWE questions that they most want answered.
Here we go.
We still hate each other.
Pardon you and me.
Yeah.
Big time.
We need to mention it so that people don't get cross. Let's get straight into it. At ZNG Prime with 3 eyes.
Okay.
Who attacked Breezango? Because I think they've
Harper Rowan.
messed it up. Harper and Rowan?
Yeah. Still.
I think Michael the Pamphlet Hamflet hit the nail on the head.
Oh, he's very good at theory.
He's really good
Have
at
you heard
theories.
his Bailey theory?
Yeah, tell them.
Okay,
Tell him, Adam.
Michael the
Plumpy.
Pamphlet Hamlet. Here's a picture of Michael the Pamphlet Hamlet. I would, and you have. Michael the Pamphlet Hamlet thinks
I'm
that
the
Bailey,
father of his... carry on.
Bailey is the love child of the Macho Man Randy Savage and Stephanie McMahon.
It makes so much sense. Bailey's like a girl macho man. She wears bright things.
She loves dressing
does
as her
elbow
dad.
drops. Yeah.
She's fought her way to be a pioneer of women's wrestling because she always hated what her mother stood for. It makes perfect sense.
I love it.
Yeah.
But WWE would have to acknowledge, and well, I'm not saying it's true, obviously, but they'd have to certainly pretend at least that the rumor was true that Macho Man Randy Savage had slept with Stephanie McMahon. And I just don't think.
Are you a believer?
I don't know, because it seems far-fetched, doesn't it? But then again, I now know what a horrible industry it is, so it could well be true. Yes, sorry, Breezango. Michael the Pamphlet Hamlet's theory is that it was going to be American Alpha, a heel turn, and that the SmackDown writers had that all worked out, and then the Raw writers went, no, this is more important, we're going to take Jason Jordan away.
He's Kurt Angle's son, remember?
And suddenly the SmackDown storyline was ruined, and they were like, now they also, at the time of recording, they genuinely also don't know who it is, because they said we were going to find out on the pay-per-view, and we didn't. But Harper and Rowan, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's Harper and Rowan. I think the whole Terrence and Phillips will not be shown tonight. That reference.
Southpaw.
Yeah. I think that reveal was always going to be delayed. I definitely think it's Harper and Rowan. Definitely. It's not something that Harper would do. It's definitely something that Rowan would do with his weird little sheep. Hot thing, but yeah, Harper and Rowan.
I reckon it's Arn Anderson and Jimmy Uso. At Capital Clamface, are we ever likely to get that UK-only pay-per-view that was rumoured around the time of the UK title tournament earlier this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Which pay-per-view? A B pay-per-view?
Yeah, B pay-per-view, but I think a proper one, not like an insurrection.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're doing 2 a month. They can give us one.
Imagine if it wasn't London. I mean, it is going to be London.
Yeah.
But imagine if it was Newcastle, which I'm assured is the Philadelphia of the UK.
If it wasn't London, it would be Manchester. But
yeah, but it's or Glasgow.
Glasgow wouldn't be a bad shout at all, actually.
Those are probably the three top ones that they go for.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go for like Milton Keynes.
No.
Which I really
liked.
liked.
Who would stage a massive event in Milton
We
Keynes?
did, and it was great. I really enjoyed Milton Keynes.
On August 23rd, the round of 16, matches such as... Oh, no, I can't say because the US qualifier comes out today.
You can't say.
Watch that at 8 p.m, by the way.
Rest of the world tomorrow. It's going to be great. But yeah,
I think a London pay-per-view is definitely coming.
Do you think they'll give it a theme? Do you think it'll be called something Britishy, or do you think that it'll just be like Backlash? Not Backlash. But do you think it'll be like No Mercy from the UK?
Yeah, I think they'd probably give it like a generic name. I don't think they'd call it like Britannia Rules or
London's
something.
Calling.
Yeah. Oh God.
They will. And London's Calling, Braun. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I fought the brawn, but the
brawn one. I fought the brawn and the
Brawn.
one. I fought the brawn and the
Brawn won. I think it's definitely coming. I like a lot of people are thinking that we might get a WrestleMania. Triple H has been very, very coy about that. I don't know.
Let me tell you a personal story about Plumpy. You know we held this whole anti-bullying camp. No, in Orlando, we were setting up for our show, State of Emergency.
Look, right.
Plumpy comes running across the sports hall. Jack!
Look.
Jack, I've got a news story for you.
Come on.
Jack!
Look.
They're doing WrestleMania 34, or 35 it would have been because they'd already announced it. They're doing WrestleMania 35 in the UK, and I was like, no way, really? Goes running back across, and then like maybe half an hour later, not long after.
We realised what date it was. It was the 1st of April.
You got.
I got
you
got.
got.
I got.
Man.
Look, I just wanted it to be true so badly.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think we'll get a WrestleMania, but I think we could even get a SummerSlam again.
Ooh, maybe in like 10 years. Maybe
I
20
don't know.
years.
Like, it would be great. It would be great. Like the only
Yeah,
thing that's
right.
stopping them from doing a pay-per-view is the fact that live it would be it would be an inconvenient time for America. We watch it at 1 a.m. every fortnight. You cocks. You stay up. You're not even staying up. You'd just be on early in the morning. You wankers. Sorry. It wouldn't even be early in the morning. It'd just be in the afternoon. Watch pay-per-view on our time, America.
At the Akasombo, you love this question. I chose this for you. Who has the best heel, smile, or laugh in WWE history? Do you like that question?
It's not Seth Rollins.
I was about to say Seth Rollins' laugh is perfect for a heel. It's horrible.
Best laugh in wrestling that has ever been is Ted DiBiase.
I think maybe. You're going to do it again when I start the next sentence. Oh, you didn't? Okay, because that's normally your modus operandi. Okay, I think maybe Ric Flair
Does he? I can't remember his
kind of
laugh.
laughs. Or does he just get really excited?
He just goes, woo! And he can't breathe! Ah!
Ric Flair. No, can't get the...
It's not
can't
bad.
get the-
It's not
can't
bad,
get the-
Jack. It's
can't
not
get-
bad.
People who are good at impressions change where the voice seems to come out in their mouth.
It seems to be coming down from like
Yeah,
their
yeah.
pelvis.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair while drowning. I want to get Joe Hendry on here to do his Ric Flair impression.
Yeah, he's not. He's serious now. He's prestigious.
Yeah, he wouldn't hang out with
Well,
us
let me get
anymore.
one thing straight. You expect the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. I can't. My Joe Hendry's gone downhill. My impression of it. I used to be able to do a good one.
Yeah, he used to. His heel turn broke your heart. Best laugh in wrestling is Ted DiBiase. For sure.
I mean, yeah, but there's got to be some other good candidates.
In terms of like heel smiles, Edge had a brilliant devious smile.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns' smug grin.
It's not even meant to be heel. Although it might be now, to be fair. Heyman's got a good... his chin sort of disappears into his... Bischoff
Smile. Oh,
Bischoff.
Bischoff's smile is infamous. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go Bischoff's smile and $1 Million Man's laugh.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner. Such a smiley man. Have you ever seen him smile?
No.
No. I have seen him eat 3/4 of an apple in one bite, though. So that was good.
How? Even I can't do that.
Me and Ross were just walking past his table at WrestleCon, and he just went, and he like attacked it with his, and then he pulled his mouth away as if he'd bitten into like a deer or something. She went, and there was just like 1/4 of it left. Me and Ross kept walking, and Ross did his little high pitched chuckle. Like,
It must be so hard to be so hard all the time.
yeah. Oh, this was just various, sorry, not at anyone. A few
Okay.
people asked this, so I thought I'd include it due to popular demand. Aleister Black, success on the main roster?
Maybe? Like, he's got a good look.
Great look.
He's good in the ring.
Really good in the ring.
His gimmick's a bit silly, and
His
silly
gimmick's a bit silly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his entrance.
Yeah, but
his
he's
gimmick is just like the
a
ultimate outcast.
Nosferatu.
Oh, but his gimmick is just a big outcast man.
He's sort of like, he's got a bit of, he's Aleister Crowley, and like that's a bit silly.
I don't.
He's a Satanist kind of.
I don't think he is. I think his gimmick is very in tune with modern day pop culture. You might have noticed now that people are getting more tattoos. For one, it's worrying. It's an epidemic.
Should we have a word with Sam?
But Aleister Black's got a lot. He very much looks like the kind of anti-hero poster boy of today.
Maybe.
Have you ever been on Tumblr? No, of course you have.
No.
You know Ruby Riott?
Yeah.
She's like the girl. She looks very like.
Sure, but then, like, that look also reminds me of just like you see that heavily tattooed grunge look everywhere for the last like 30 years.
It's almost kind of like it's a bit of a modern slant on it. It looks slightly different. I can't really explain.
Okay.
It's hard to explain.
Can explain.
But anyway, I think I agree with you actually though. I don't trust Vince to handle him as well as NXT will. I
think they'll have him do Bray Wyatt levels
Yeah.
of campy, silly, spooky bollocks.
Yeah, probably. And that's not him.
No.
No, he was like his thing is I can kick really well. And I'm really badass. But he also stands up for like the outcast as well. He's a babyface.
Do you remember when Bray Wyatt was on NXT?
Oh,
and like his thing
great.
was talking about how he burned down his dad's boat with him in it.
Yeah.
And like, oh, okay. So you're actually talking about doing like actual.
No, but that
things.
was good though. It was at least.
No. That's the thing. Like.
Oh right.
Rather than projecting slugs onto a canvas, he just talks about human things and things that aren't. Silly
That really annoyed me. And you, I imagine, because you're called Plumpy now because of it, as a direct result of that.
That's true.
But Bray, hopefully he sent one of his boys up into the lighting rig, because I can't imagine him just having a quick word with the production team before the show.
Look, I've got some notes.
Yeah.
Here's a USB.
Cockroaches, then maggots. Don't get it the wrong way, it's very important.
Cockroaches, then maggots.
But, like, it was so bad because Randy just went.
Didn't affect him in any way, yeah.
He was the worst person to be in that House of Horrors match as well, because Randy's whole thing is he's really cool, and he wasn't going to be scared by Bray's painstakingly prepared house.
Should have been Xavier Woods.
Oh man, what happened to that? He was meant to be getting all drawn in by the Wyatts. Then they went to different brands, and then. Sorry, touched your hand.
We've got a kiss now.
At TBM SITWE. Titles over the shoulder, round the waist, or something else. It depends on the wrestler.
Yeah, it's got to fit your personality, or the fact that you've got a gigantic waist like the Big Show.
When you were WCPW champion that time, when Damo was, you wore it round the waist.
Yes, because it was a very small belt.
Yes.
I occasionally wore it over my shoulder. I think over the shoulder looks the coolest, which is why most people do it over the shoulder these days.
But I think certain people suit the round the waist more, like indie guys.
I like the fact that Brock wears the title around his waist.
He does, doesn't he? Well, that's weird. Triple H did sometimes. Daniel Bryan suited it round the waist.
Triple H did, was great around the waist because he did that.
I remember once when I was a kid, for some reason, for the first few wrestling shows that I taped off the telly on VHS, I always remember thinking, why do they take their belts off when they wrestle? I just assumed they wore them when they wrestled. Because one of the first ever things that I ever watched was a WCW taping where it was, do you remember the tag team of, they might have even been called the world's greatest tag team, but it wasn't. It was Chuck Palumbo and Scott Stasiak. Is it Stasiak? What was Stasiak's first name? Sean Stasiak.
It wasn't Stan Stasiak.
No, it's Dad. Chuck Palumbo out of Billy and Chuck.
Yeah.
And Sean Stasiak out of getting hit on the thing by Kurt Angle.
Sure.
They were the WCW Tag Team Champions, and they got jumped at the start of one of their matches, and they had the belts on around their waist for like most of the just because they didn't have time to take them off. And I was like, that must be what it's like. But it wasn't.
Wouldn't it be better to have the belts on? Imagine if the Usos wore their titles on, did their splash.
I imagine it really hinders movement.
Oh,
I mean, I've not worn a title around my waist.
It'd be difficult to crunch over, wouldn't it?
When I was DDT Iron Man heavy metalweight champion 2-time, I was around the over the shoulder guy.
Yeah.
For all my entrances that I made with it.
Sure.
Because it would have, I think, broken if I tried to put it around my waist. It's a very shoddy belt.
It is.
No offense to Joey Ryan.
I mean, it's his masterpiece. So just be careful.
I really hope that we never ever find ourselves in a situation where one of you gets it as well. Because even as petty as it sounds, I love that I'm the only one who's got in the lineage of the DDT.
You're on Wikipedia as a 2-time DDT.
Have you got a Wikipedia page yet?
No.
Me neither.
It's fine. That's fine.
I mean, yeah.
What is the next question?
That was 5, mate.
Oh, was it?
That was
Bye.
5.